Hello YouTube, Strayguard the 5th. Now I'm pretty sure you've noticed a lot of changes already. That's because I've been very busy off camera. Moved out the hidey hole and into the keep. It took several trips to do this. And, well, I lost a couple of the cows along the way. Had to find 2 more cows to replace them. But yeah, prettied up the keep from last time. It definitely looks a lot more like a cottage now though. Got some nice windows. And if I go down this trapdoor, we've got a storeroom with a view. This is using the exact same palette of blocks that I used back in the hidey hole storeroom. So I've got the smooth stone floor, the polished granite ceiling, the stone brick walls, and I've managed to cram everything that I had into these chests and barrels right here. Barrels, they're basically like the small chests, but you know, they don't need a 3 block above them in order to open them. I've got some item frames here as well to label what goes into what, although I couldn't really label this chest because I ran out of leather to make item frames out of. So we've got ore and the like in this barrel, got various miscellaneous, well actually no, that's all plant stuff, isn't it? Nah, I think actually I'm not sure what's in that barrel. I'll sort that out later. Got some mob drops in this one, tools and various other assorted gear in this one, and all my farm stuff is in this chest. This is definitely the farm chest, I know that for certain. So yeah, farming. I don't actually have a solid food source around about now, because remember, the farm was back at the hidey hole. Now I've moved everything over here, but the farmland's still back over there, so if I just head on back down to the hill, here is where I've hitched up my horse. I've decided to call him Flaxenbury. He's got a nice flaxen golden mane here, and it's a noble name for a noble creature, Flaxenbury. So here's how my farm's looking like at the moment. These sheep, pigs and chickens I all found just around this hillside. I've bred them each once as well. One of these cows came all the way from the hidey hole. The other adult cow was one that I had to find around here. Because, you know, there's an instant, my lead snapped, sort of got lost. It gets very dangerous in these forests at night time, you know. There's loads of places where monsters can spawn. So we're going to need a proper farm again. Now, I was originally planning to build a farm sort of down that way-ish, down by the river. But that's going to be a long trek just to go backwards and forwards for farming, so I'm thinking I could just build it right here on the hilltop. Oh, little baby chicken. Little chick. So I'm going to need to clear out a lot of this area. I wonder if I could build a barn. Nice barn for my animals. All my livestock. Of course I need to give them some space outside as well. But for now, I should really get to bed. Gotta watch your step up here. I've not placed any fences down. If you're not paying attention, you could just walk right off the cliff and into the valley below. It's a long way down. There we go. Sleeping underneath the smoker. Just mind your head. Okay. So, a farm. Going to bring a couple of stacks of dirt. Now, I want to use birch wood for this farm. I've been using oak a lot thus far. I think it's time to change things up a bit. Some nice birch wood. Let's see. I also picked up some firefly bushes while I was moving house. So I'm going to bring those as well. Grab a couple of stacks of cobblestone as well. Okay, that should be good for now, but I'm going to need some more stuff later. Another thing I want to do, I crafted, oh, just grab the composter, I crafted a couple of lodestones. Now, the other lodestone is all the way over at the hidey hole, and I had found a compass to that lodestone. That compass would lead me right back to the hidey hole, no matter where I was. All I'd have to do is just follow the needle. But, yeah, I got shot by some skeletons, pummeled by zombies. Nearly died to a creeper once, I think, even. So I lost that compass. But the lodestone's still set up at the hidey hole, so be a bit of a trek, but I can always just rebind another one. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to remove the door, move that chunk of the floor. I'm going to place the lodestone right here. Place the door in here. If I pop back downstairs, grab a compass. Now, compasses in Minecraft never point north. Not like a real life compass. Compasses in real life point to magnetic north, but in Minecraft there is no magnetic north. There's a geographic north, but not a magnetic one. Instead, the needle points to the world's spawn point. So that's the place where you first spawned in when you first entered the world for the first time. Excuse me, please. Alright, I'll go around the back. And now he's moved. I decided to go a different route and now he moves. Anyway, just if you right click the compass on the lodestone, now I've got a lodestone compass. So now the needle on this compass is always going to point to this lodestone here. It means no matter where I am, just follow the needle to get back home. It's always a very useful thing to do. And things about lodestones, now they used to cost, the crafting recipe for them used to be 8 chiseled stone bricks and a netherite ingot. Now netherite is quite rare, it's sort of an alloy of sorts, made up of ancient debris and gold. And you're going to find the ancient debris in the nether. But since then, the recipe's been changed, and now instead of netherite, you need an iron ingot. So of course I've decided to take advantage of that little rebalancing. Now, ooh, farming. Gonna need a hoe, aren't I? Yep, still got my stone hoe from before. Bring along the crafting table. You never know when you'll need to craft something on the go. And that looks about it. Let's see. Wheat seeds. Sugarcane and kelp will have to wait for a little bit because we're going to need water for those. Mushrooms are a bit tricky to grow if you don't have mycelium or podzol handy. They require very specific light levels. Grab my potatoes and carrots though. And I've got pumpkin seeds too. I just thought, again, if I'm going to be putting a farm together, I'm going to need water. And water is not really easy to come by up here. I mean, there's a spring right down there, just flowing out the mountainside. There's also a rather deep pool of water right down there. But, you know, water in Minecraft, it doesn't really obey the laws of physics as you'd expect. So I'm going to need to use a bucket to grab some water for the farm. I'm actually going to craft a second bucket because I'm going to be making an infinite water source. So I can just quickly and easily irrigate the farm. There we go. And that should be good. This copper shovel's probably not going to survive this next bit of terraforming I'm going to be doing. But I don't need that big of an area for the, you know, for where the animals are going to live. Big enough for some nice spacious pens for each one. Nice barn. And most of this area's already been flattened out. In fact, I think I might have flattened a bit of it out myself. So let's see, that's 1, 2, it's 3 blocks down. 1, 2. Go down. We'll go down this deep. We'll just carve up this bit of the hillside. Oh, I accidentally stripped a log there. Right clicking on any log with an axe strips it of its bark. Gives you a nice new texture to build with. Sort of almost like a polished wood kind of texture. You know, like, well, I would say, just imagine the kind of nice wooden furniture that, you know, a chipboard bit of furniture or I don't know, something from IKEA. Kind of looks like. That's not a very good analogy, but I think you get the idea. I hope. Let's see, where was I? From here. Go. Thinking where I was originally going to build the farm could be a good place for an arboretum. Could plant a whole bunch of different trees down there. Plenty big enough. It's quite forested down there anyway, so wouldn't look that out of place. Night time already. Well, we're working overtime. I think I'll cut back once I'm done terraforming all of this. Right, so I've cleared out this entire area, and yeah, my copper shovel didn't survive, so I went through about 4 or 5 wooden ones clearing all of this out. And my stone pickaxe has been ground to dust almost because I found a coal vein right here in the floor. In fact, if I actually dig some of this up, I don't actually remember where I... Ah, yeah. Those dirt blocks. Around this area, I think. Well, anyway, that's enough of that. Completely dug out this entire area, leveled it out. So now I'm going to going to use oak logs for the time being, just to mark out where I want the barn to go. So I'm going to need at least 4 pens, and it started raining. Looks like we're working in the rain, so there'll probably need to be maybe a couple more pens, I think. Just gonna have to leave some room for expansion, and if we need it, then we need it. Let's see, now, if I build the barnyard over here, with the entrance facing this way, we'll get, I think we'll get quite a bit of room there. So, put a corner here. Corner here. The animals on this side of the barn, well, this side of the barn won't be able to get much of an outdoor space. Gonna need to give them a bit more room than that. Yeah, that should do. So should that. Take out this tree. Right tool for the job. And then, let's see, it's 3-block wide doorway. That looks good. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7 blocks wide interior. So that'd be 9 exterior. And then all the way down this way. Another block there. I have to move Flaxenbury, I think. Otherwise I'm going to be building right on top of him. I don't want to do that. Saddle's back at the keep. I'm going to have to use the lead here. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17 blocks long. Honestly, I think that might be long enough. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block there. There's that corner. I'm going to need to mark out where the pens are going to go. I'm going to grab some of that birch wood that I want to use. Should also replant some of these birch trees. There's not a lot of them around here. I'm going to need a lot of birch wood for this. There we go. Don't want any zombies interrupting my construction. Ah, good. Birch sapling. Here's hoping that plenty more drop. Don't actually remember how many birch saplings I have back at the keep. I think I might have maybe a handful. Oh, there's some wolves. I mean, I've got some bones, but they're all back at the keep. Otherwise, I could tame a wolf. Have a little pet. Birch fence. Now, recipe for fence. Remembered it this time. Let's measure out some pens. Get a bit more dirt. Give them a nice 3-block wide entryway, so they can enter or leave the barn as they please. Two-block gap. Perfect. Almost, I think. Is it? No, not quite. It's kind of off a little by about 1 block. Just 1 block. This will fix it. What I've got to do is just move this wall a bit further out. Barns are usually symmetrical, so that's why I'm being unusually picky about the symmetry here. Grab my fence. Ooh. Hello. Good. There's space between. Oh! That wolf's gotten into the pen. That wolf going to the pen started killed my sheep. Got no more sheep. Well, that stinks. I'm gonna have to find some more sheep now. You don't exactly have shotguns in this game. I've got a bow, but again, back at the keep. And I lost... no. Scratch that. Actually, I lost my bow. And all but one of my arrows. Moving stuff into the keep in the first place, so... seriously, you say hello to someone, and they just kill all your sheep behind your back. Oh. Not very nice. Okay. That looks just right, honestly. I mean, I still have to extend the pens inside the barn. But with this, looks like we'll have a nice 6 pens in total. Which should be more than enough, really. Now I just need to replicate this on the other side. And that's 4 blocks out. Just give the pen a bit of breathing room. So we don't have any more wolf-based incidents. That should be good. I'll tidy that up later. Wonder if any more birch saplings have dropped around here. This tree isn't even... These leaves aren't even decaying at the moment. Not seeing many saplings. Here's one. Here's another. And you, sir, are not a sapling at all. Just a sap. Right, let's plant these birch saplings somewhere. There we go. That should give us some more birch trees. Stay away from my livestock, mister. I'm watching you. need a lot more fence. Right, that's the outside parts of the pens done. I think I might need to make this 2 blocks longer actually. Or else it's going to look a little bit weird with the fences up in the corners like that. Actually, yeah, I've checked my stopwatch. This episode's actually gone on for quite a bit. Gone for a bit longer than intended. So I'm gonna have to finish this next episode, I think. Or the episode after. However long it takes to build this thing. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next time.